So whenever I find a special penny, I do a special video for it. This one is a special penny. Drink some water. Found this almost at the very end of episode 237. And, you know, everybody wants to find valuable pennies in their penny rolls. It's normal, man. It's normal. We all want it, you know? Who does not? But the truth of the matter is, most of the pennies we find are not valuable, number one. And the ones that have a low value, they're almost not worth selling, right? Even a $5 penny, I guess $5 pennies would kind of be on the low end. And then when I say $5, someone has to be willing to give you $5 for it. So calling a $5 penny a $5 penny doesn't mean it's a $5 penny. I mean, it's what it's selling for, not what someone tells you it's worth. So this penny is a very good example of that. And we're going to do a little bit of a deep dive into this penny because we're going to look and see what I think it's worth. I think this is a truly $5 penny, maybe more if it's a specific variety error, which I don't think it is. Like, I think someone will give me $5 for this penny. Not that someone tells me, hey, that's a $5 penny, but you can't sell it for $5. Then it's not worth $5. Does everybody understand that? It's one of the reasons why I do the eBay price comparisons, right? I go into the advanced section on eBay and it's in green, right? The sold prices are in green. It says what someone paid for it within the past 90 days, not what someone's selling it for. Obviously, if a penny is $100 penny that you see is being sold for $50 or $40 on a regular basis, you know you got yourself something that's worth money. But if a website tells you, hey, this penny's worth $4, $5, $6 in whatever condition, and you think you're going to get $5 for it, there's a good chance you're not going to get nothing. Because you can list it for $5 all day long. Between that and the shipping and the tax, no one's going to give you $10 for it, right? Because if they say it's worth $5, maybe it's worth $2, but it costs $1.50 to ship and tax is 50 cents. I mean, forget about it. You follow me? Okay, so let's look at what we found today. In zinc pennies, tilted hubs are very common because the clad is the layer, right, of copper on the top, and underneath the clad is zinc, and zinc is softer than copper and much softer than hardened steel, right, which the die hammer and anvil are made of. So when it comes down with all this force, it smashes, right? So here, I think I have a, do I have a tilted one here? I thought I did. Oh, here it goes. Here. So look at this 85. You see, you can see the around the peripheral, right? Right below the rim, right? You can see it goes through the whole motto, and you can see where the die smashed the planchet, and it looks like a bowl, right? It looks like a bowl. Very, very common. What you're hoping is that you get some sort of a doubling out of a hub doubling from that, and that might be worth, like I said, a couple bucks that you can't sell it, right? Because there's no, unless it's really a $5. Put it like this: in today's economy, to get $5, the penny has to be worth 10 or 15 or $20 to get $5. You following me? So when I say I can get $5 for a penny, it's because I think it's worth 20. Okay. In today's economy, maybe in a couple of years that'll change, or maybe in November it'll change. I don't know. So, as I showed in the previous penny, I illustrated the hub doubling, which kind of, the other penny looked like maybe this part right there. Not even. But look at the shadow on this. Look how deep this hub doubling is. This is a special penny. This is rare. How rare? 1 out of 1,000, 1 out of 10,000, 1 out of 20,000. But this is probably the most significant hub doubling out of all the hundreds of thousands of pennies I've looked through. This is it. It's so deep that it creates that distortion in the bottom of GOD. And doubling in the G. Very, very nice doubling in the G. And that's hub doubling. That is what hub doubling is. This is a very, very good example of hub doubling. Probably the best I've ever found. And it's why I'm doing this specific video for it. Now, look at Liberty. Look at the I in Liberty. Right? It's basically doubled. It's doubled as a result of the hub doubling. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. It's a stunner. Now, whatever this is there, that's what detracts from the value, from the condition, excuse me, which also affects the value, right? It's hard for me to tell. Let me put the light on. Oh, that looks like doubling on the date. Let me look at that under the loop real quick. There might be doubling the date, but it's really that black mark is really screwing that up. And it's definitely some corrosion between above the, okay, so inside the 8, it looks like there's doubling. Inside of the 8, inside of the number 8, it looks like there might be some doubling. But that corrosion really takes away from the condition of the penny. Probably will drop this from an MS62, maybe right down to an AU50. Who knows? Because of that. So that will affect the value quite a bit. Now let's look at the reverse. So the damage is so significant to the obverse that it actually affected the reverse in a very similar way, and it looks beautiful right here. And that's the thumbnail from the episode 237. I used the reverse for the thumbnail. Look at that, and that's doubling, right? Well, that's hub doubling. Now, is this a legit? Now that part I don't know. You have to look at Wexler's and copper coins and all these other Konica to see where the line is between hub doubling and a double die. That is an interesting question. But so obviously there's a distinction between the two, and that also affects the value. But this is a great example of hub doubling, and it looks like there might even be a little bit of a die clash. No, I think that's a something else. It doesn't look like the head from the reverse, from the obverse on the reverse. Okay, so, and you can see the rim there. That's a collar error. So there's a good chance, right? So in doing some detective work on this penny, there's a good chance that the collar error, right? When there's a collar error, it slightly moves the planchet it's holding. And that could be the reason why when it's getting struck, it moves and maybe tilts and created this. So since it could be a result of a collar error, right? it might be listed on a website. So let's check out coppercoins.com. I like his what's it called? It's called, I'll tell you what it's called right now. The date guide. I'm going to show you it right now. The date guide. I like his date guide because it's super duper simple to use. And then what year? 89, right? So let's go to 89. 1989. This is how I like to do it. Super, super simple to use. And then you have all the varieties up here. All right, so let me bring it back down. And let me go to, right, it's a P. It's a P. It's a Philadelphia. So let me go to that. And let me see if I see it. Extra thickness. We're not looking for extra thickness. We're going to look for separation. Moderate to, we're not, so on page 1, it shows extra thickness, right? And there's 5 pages. So let me show you very quickly what page 1 looks like. I'm not going to hold this up while I do all of them, but you're going to see strong extra thickness, and that's not what we're looking for. We're looking for hub doubling on really on everything, because it's such a strong hub doubling. All right, extra thickness, separation shown. And there is the one with the little thing on the inside of the 8. But there's a good chance this isn't going to be out there. Extra thickness, light extra thickness, extra thickness, extra thickness, extra thickness. So far everything's extra thickness. So this is, I had a feeling this was not something we were going to see. He's showing all dates. Light to moderate extra thickness without distortion on the date, which we have. It's all distortion. Everything we have is extreme distortion on the date with light extra thickness. Even if I click the MDS, no. All right, so it's not here in copper coins. Bottom line. All right, and one of these days I have to check out Crawford. I'm pretty sure I have in the past. Anyway, so let's go to eBay. All right, so we're gonna look for a 1989. I'm going to sold 1989 penny era. Just to do a price check. I'll show you how it's done. Let me see something first. Let's click this. All right. So all right. Let me see. Okay. So in the upper right hand corner on a on your eBay, something that says advanced, right? When you click advanced, it'll bring you to this page. All right, so I put 1989 penny era, sold. Got to click sold, and then you search, and it comes up in green. That means someone paid for it. We have 89. Excuse me. We have 94 sales. But watch what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go, when I go lowest first, we're gonna lose some of these. Went to 92. Okay. So now we're gonna look for errors. They're starting off at $1 or $2. This guy has the tilted hub over here. Nowhere near as nice. Copper plating error. Nowhere near as nice as ours. '89 has the flared FG also. That doesn't look flared to me, but whatever. These are sold. So now we're up to the $5 pennies. There should be one that looks like ours. Someone paid. Look, I find these types of die clashes all the time. Look, $5 sold. People are paying money. for the die clashes that I'm finding. I show them with with my little pencil sticker. I show them. See the die clash in there? I show that all the time in my videos. $5. Ah, here's a cud. That's really nice. $5. That's pretty cheap, in my opinion. So we're still looking for. He has an off-centered 8%. He got $7. $7 off-centered. $10. That's very off-centered. We're still looking for. I'm gonna put it down for a second. My wrist is killing me. I want to see if we find. So now we're looking at super off-centered for 12, and these are all auctions, by the way. All right. Hub doubling. This one sold for 15. Hub doubling, double date error. That one's pretty cool. Oh wow. I know I'm not holding it up. So the 89 has a flare G error. I didn't know that. I thought it was just the 88. Maybe it doesn't matter. Major die crack smoking pipe. Oh yeah, I've seen that one before. All right. Oh here. Oh look at retained. Oh, holy smokes! Are you serious? Is this 1C 1989-43? So this one sold for $43. This is what I'm saying. So look, I'm going to show it to you here. Right, it's between the $20 plus, I guess the shipping's why, so, and the $50 one, and then I clicked on it. This is what we got, $42, and I guess this is the error, CU1C 1989-43, which I'd never heard of. Retained cud. Oh, sorry, that's the retained cud. My bad. My bad. Okay, so it's a special. We don't have that type of monstrous cut. Oh, I didn't see. I didn't realize what it said. Retain. I thought it was retain. I read retain collar. Okay, so let me see. Yeah, the cud's a big thing. This guy, I don't know about this one. This one looks a little fugazi. So the 89 has also a flare G. I thought it was the 88. Oh, it is an 88. 1988P wide AM flare G reverse of 89 error. So weird, man. Oh, so when it has a flare G, it means I don't know. Well, this is an 89, right? I don't think there's a flare G on this. Oh wow, but you can see the tilted hub around it. How beautiful! It would have been nice if that G was flared. Let me look at it under the loop. Huh. I have to look at another penny really to I do have an 88 here on the desk. Ain't that something? Well, I don't know. Even this 88 looks like the 88 I have on the desk looks. Why do I have this 88 on the desk for? I guess because of the tilted hub. Oh no, this one has a little bit. Look, has some doubling on it. But look at the G on this 88 from. It has a little. It's not a super flare, but it does have the serif. It has the little line on the top. I noticed. This is the 89 again. I mean, it has the serif. I don't know if that means it's flared or not. I thought the flared meant it really went in. I'm not sure if that's it. I'll show you what this guy has. He sold for 130 bucks if you want to look at his Flare G. Oh, here it goes. Yeah, I mean, that looks a little bit more serious. I don't know if that's just the darkness or not. So, I don't know. But look at the how the tilted hub though affects the whole coin. Yeah, I'm gonna say this is a little bit more than a $5 coin because of how many interesting things are going on around it. I mean, it's basically the whole. It's the whole coin has all these interesting distortions as a result of the tilted hub. Might even have a flared G. Oh yeah, I think. Oh, it does have the. You see the line? I'll put my stick out, like I said before. It does have the. See the die clash. Right, turn it around, and that's Lincoln. Did I lose it? Oh, it's there somewhere. It's funny. I saw it. Oh, there it is. Okay, so it's there on the. So now it's on the right. Okay. It's just the way the light hits it, it's hard to see it. Let me hit the light on. Maybe that'll help. Well, I honestly really can't tell. Well, very nice penny. This is a very nice find. I'm leaning towards a little bit more than $5 on this one. Just because of how much distortion it has. So I don't know, $10, $15, 20. Obviously, if I found a reference to a very special type of error, that would change everything. But look how long it took. 22, 23 minutes to look up one single error. I hope you liked this video. Um, you know, if you find one of these every 20, 30, 40, 100 rolls, you make $10. You're talking about, obviously you can't make a living off of it, but it is pretty cool for YouTube content. So please click like and subscribe. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you in episode 238. God bless.